All right. So yeah, last time, we got to meet Miyako, and as much trouble as she caused us, she was actually pretty fun. So what, it's all good. You still owe me, but it's all good. Because, man, she seems like a fun character already, so that's awesome. And we also met Kay too, who was like the landlord's daughter. I thought she was our sister at first, but no, just a close relationship, I guess. And yeah, now we're on our way to school, so see what happens next. I let out a large yawn as I slowly walked towards school. Oh, hello.
お兄ちゃん、始業式の最中に居眠りなんかしちゃダメよ。
I will try my best. Kay casually issued a warning as she walked beside me. I don't know if I'll show up.
何？
No, nothing, never mind. I'm sorry. Kay shot a sharp glare in my direction. Stop glaring at me. The principal wastes too much of his precious life on those boring speeches. It's pathetic. I'd rather sleep for them. To hurt me.
またそんな失礼なことを言う。
I bet everyone else agrees.
まったく。でも真面目な話、お兄ちゃんはちょっと考えた方がいいんじゃないの？
About what?
学業と仕事の両立について。
It's not that easy.
考える価値はあるでしょ？ねえ、新藤凪先生。
Told you to stop calling me that. Nagi Shindo. That was my other name. Why we have two names? It was best to think of it as a pseudonym. Nagi was my sister's name, and Shindo was Kei's last name. Oh, so we do have a sister though. Can we meet her?
でも本当よ。一回真剣に考えた方がいいって。きついでしょ？いろいろと。
Oh, right, no, she texted us that one time, that's right. It's not really like that, though.
仕事なんて学生のうちからやらなくてもいいんじゃないの？学園生活には限りがあるんだし、今しかできないことってあるでしょ？
Ignorance is bliss.
真面目な話をしてんだよ。
Sorry, Kay. Just relax and work with that temper of yours.
あんたが茶化すからでしょ？ あんまりふざけてるとバラすわよ。
No, I think I was being very genuine, actually. Really? Did you go through the hassle of hiding my remains? Dang. I think that's a yes. Kay narrowed her eyes and grinned.
そういう態度に出るのね。
No, ma'am.
ヒロのヒロは一見ただのダメ学生。
What?
しかしその正体は少女漫画家だったので。
What you mean? I quickly clasped my hand over her mouth and looked around. Thankfully, there was no one within earshot. Relieved, I removed my hand. As she blushed from ear to ear, Kay waved to mouth with her sleeve. I was slightly offended that she was acting as though she had come into contact with Phil. Dang.
もう突然何すんのよ。
Trying to make you be quiet? Me? You promised you wouldn't tell anyone. I wasn't ashamed of being a shoujo manga artist. Just that the whole world didn't need to know about it. Oh! After that one? That's cool. Yeah. That is, like... You can go ahead and shout out if you want now, I don't mind. In addition, my editor said it was better if people didn't know that shoujo manga could be offered by men.
黙ってるかどうかはお兄ちゃんの心がけ次第です。
Okay. That's coercion, not a promise.
さすがに連載やめろとは言わないけど、もうちょっとちゃんと投稿してよ。
Though I ran the risk of being held back, it would have been inexcusable if I didn't submit my work on time. That from my editor was frightening indeed. I could definitely see that, yeah. I had to understand that work was my first priority. I'll think about it. Makes sense why we got no sleep last night then. I muttered an insincere response.
考えておいて。
Kay nodded in agreement and smiled. She adopted a carefree gait and a lax disposition. I didn't want to lie to her, but I wasn't about to sacrifice my career just to see her happy.
お兄ちゃん、年末もお正月も休まずに原稿書いてたんでしょ？
Maybe. Well...
まともな人間の生活じゃないわよ。漫画家なんてどいつもこいつもいたいわよね。
Okay, that's just rude and uncalled for. Also, one sec, guys, hold a minute. I want to check something. Okay. I want to check the volume, but it's good. You don't have to go that far. It seemed that Kay was on the verge of hating manga itself. Dang, jeez. Hey, have you been reading my latest work?
そりゃ読んでるに決まってるでしょ。
Kay scoffed at my stupid question. But you're not giving me feedback anymore.
私が言わなくても読者からの手紙とか来るでしょ。
Only the bare minimum. It was sad, really.
それに
Yes?
なんか今更感想とか言うのって照れるもの。
Why not? I see. Seeing her embarrassed would be an improvement. In the past, Kay was absolutely thrilled whenever I drew shoujo manga. Even my unpolished amateur scribbles were showered with her rough compliments. I wondered when exactly she started to criticize my routine.
お兄ちゃんオーバーワークでどうにかしちゃったんじゃないの？元からあまりまともじゃなかったのに、そのうち病院に連れて行かれちゃうわよ。
I mean, yeah, to be fair, it can be in a very what's the word? Taxing? Like I know a lot of I've seen a lot of different things about many different manga authors having health issues because of that and stuff. Like a bunch of them. I think it's pretty more often than not actually. So a lot of the ones I know have all had some sort of issues of the health. I think all of the all of the big three ones did, right? I think I saw that, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. And of course, Kira Toriyama, rest in peace. And then also Yu-Gi-Oh, rest in peace. And then I know the author of Fate Khalid as well had health issues as well. And then there's Hiramashima, so yeah, I can see why her attitude towards the manga thing probably changed when she realizes that stuff like that could definitely affect you a lot. In which case, so yeah, I get it.
最近のお兄ちゃんは不審なところが多すぎ。
Kay suddenly clapped her hands.
あ、思い出した。
What?
クリスマス。
You could give me a present? She pointed her index finger at me. My heart jumped when I heard that word. That was when all sorts of craziness happened around me.
お兄ちゃんせっかく私たちのパーティーに呼んだのに来なかったわよね。
I was busy. We've been over this already. Kay and I didn't see each other during winter break. She was too busy with sports and family commitments.
みんなお兄ちゃんが来るのを待ってたのよ。
She invited several of her friends to her Christmas party. And I stood her up. Eating in vain on Christmas. Sounds like something out of a novel.
いいよ言うな。待たされた方の身にもなってみなさい。
No, thank you. It was full of girls. How could I go to something like that?
でも来るって言ったじゃないの。
Kay gave me the evil eye. Oh no. I'd love it if we didn't have to argue about something that happened in the previous year. Wait, that was last year? I thought that was yesterday. That was last year. Dang, okay, we got a time skip. I didn't even realize. No, my exact words were, I'll come if I come.
それは行くって言ったのと同じよ。
No, it's not. It means it depends. Where in the world did that rule come from? Kay was being a nag at the time, so I gave her an answer to shut her up.
とにかくパーティーに集まってくれた子たちに謝っておいてよ。私も気まずかったんだからね。
I don't wanna. I only stood you up. What are you getting so bent out of shape for?
いいから謝るの。ああ、電話でもいいから水木にも謝っておいてよ。
What? Do I really have to call her? Mizuki Hayama was a student at Otowawa Collegate's feeder school. I didn't get many chances to see her. To be honest, I couldn't stand the hyperactive little Dang. She sounds awesome.
当たり前でしょ。あの子だってお兄ちゃんが来るの楽しみにしてたんだから。
I love my energetic girls, dude. I hope she's an airhead too. Yeah, I'll do it. Naturally, I had no intention of calling. Yes! Let me meet her, please! Please let me meet her. An airhead like her would have forgotten about it by now. I want to meet her. At least that was what I thought. Show me her, please. Hyperactive airhead, yes. Within the halls of Ottawa Collegiate existed a professional shoujo manga artist. 3 years ago, she received the Best Newcomer Award during a magazine-sponsored manga competition. And she's also a manga artist? 2 years later, after publishing several standalone pieces in a number of magazines, she began a serial. It was neither overly popular nor unpopular. Ah, the good old average, I see. None of her work was yet available in book form. Upon starting a serial, she left home and lived independently in an apartment belonging to an elderly gentleman named Mr. Shindo. Juggling both her job and schoolwork was a relentless but necessary task. She continually endured sleepless nights in order to meet deadlines. And that woman was me, Hiro Hirono, a student who spent half his days dealing with the trauma that was his job. Oh, we also go to the Otowawa Collegiate School, okay. I bet that was a different school when he said it that way. I headed up the stairs leading to the roof of Otowawa Collegiate. There was time before homeroom, and I had the luxury of not having any friends to bother me. If I worked on my drafts during class, my double life would be exposed and I would be ridiculed. At the top of the stairwell, I procured an old key from my pocket. It was time for this woman to do her job. The roof was normally inaccessible to students without permission from one of the staff. I couldn't say that I particularly enjoyed exposing myself to the freezing cold. It was merely a good place for me to work undisturbed. To be honest, this weather could kill me. Oh my gosh, dang, is that cold? Goodness gracious. Well then. Although I was in the middle of inking my current installment, I wouldn't have dared to bring my inking tools to school. Instead, I decided to work on the storyboard for the next installment. That way, I only needed a pencil and a notebook. If anyone discovered me, my storyboard could easily be concealed. I seated myself on the floor and pulled out my work from my backpack as my portable CD player powered on. Then I put on my headphones and pressed play. I like how when he starts listening to music, my music stops. The music of my favorite violinist, Shuichi Kuze, began to drift into my ears. At times calming, at times passionate, his music was all I needed to muster inspiration. For some reason, my pencil flowed freely whenever I listened to it. Oh, dude, I feel that, like, when I do, like, writing, like, and I listen to music, like, they have those specific tracks that, like, really get me going. I feel that completely, man. Perhaps it was just a placebo. Probably. And anyway, Mr. Kuze's music was an integral part of my work. I relate to that so much. Most of the time, the story and panels weren't planned in advance. Until inspiration hit me, English was my only companion as I searched my brain for ideas. Ah, he's a pantser too, nice. I closed my eyes and imagined my characters in my head. Their thoughts, their actions. That was my focus. Oh, there's a violin. Sync. And it went away. Do we have writer's block? I always felt like I was missing something. The world I saw was missing a color. Which color was lacking, I could not tell, for I could not see it. Relentless gradually gnawed at my heart.
それでもあなたは一度掴んだものを決して離そうとしない。夢を叶え、さらにその先を目指している。
Who is talking to me? That's a given, no? Unfazed by the unexpected voice, I responded as I normally would. Oh.
強いんですね。
Hello? Is that Yuko? I shook my head. I'm foolish. I don't know when to give up.
いいえ、あなたは強いと思います。あなたの強さは一体どこから来るのですか？
Why are you asking me?
純粋な好奇心ですよ。
Common sense is even better. It's not okay to ask whatever you feel like.
あら、手厳しいですね。
What? I'm not a nice person, dang.
そのようですね。
Okay, thank you. The woman giggled. I'm not sure if I'm actually strong. It's just that
ただ、
dreamers have a duty.
それは誰に対してですか？
Themselves? For themselves, the dreamers. I opened my eyes and saw nothing but the azure sky. Then I shook my head once to confirm that I had returned to reality. This was the roof of my school. There's no doubt about it. Was I asleep? I must have fallen asleep as soon as I started drawing. It seemed that I hadn't gotten any work done. Orientation was likely over already. I pulled over a CD player as idle. Oh, that's funny and cute. As I took out my cell phone to check the time, I felt as though something was amiss.
おっと、お目覚めですか?
Hello? I turned my head towards the source of the voice. Hold a minute. I see fives. Anyway, hello. Standing a few meters ahead of me. Miyako Miyamura? Oh.
おはよ.
Hey, how you doing? I can't tell what time frame we're in right now. Because, when we were talking to Kay, he said that was last year, but, like, we met Miyako at that time too, right? But it looks like this was a flashback again now, so, like, is this after that now? I'm kind of lost on the timeline. Just like that night on the beach, she was standing before me amid the cold breeze. Good morning. Wait, why is she here? Why is she wearing my school's uniform? What are you doing?
何って、ヒロノ君と話してるよ.
Talking to you. You're a student at this school? My voice cracked. 当
たり前だよ。制服着てるのが見えないかな.
Yeah, I see your uniform looks great on you. Very fantastic. Yep, very nice. I like the stockings especially. How you doing? Thank you for lifting up the skirt for me to see too. Why you do this on purpose? Miyamura grabbed the hem of her skirt and lifted it slightly. Those are some captivating thighs. My man. He knows. He gets it.
制服姿も結構そそるでしょ.
Fuck yes you do. What's that supposed to mean? Well, I had difficulty coming up with a response. Just chill for a sec, okay? There wasn't anything special about her being a student here.
落ち着くのはヒロノ君の方だよ.
Okay, I get it. You're a student. What are you doing up here?
完全に爆睡してたね. こんなとこで寝てたら風邪ひいちゃうよ.
You can give me a lap pillow if you want to keep me warm. I rotated my head a few times to relieve my stiff neck. In addition to the cold, my body was sore because I slept in an awkward position.
眠りにくそうだったね. ちょっと膝枕でもしてあげようかなって思ったけど.
Oh my gosh, marry me, please. She offered to do it. What? Please.
足がしびれそうだからやめちゃった.
Woman, darn it, Miyako. Why you do this? Why you do this? Darn it. Evil. She laughed. Thankfully, it was only a thought. What would I have done if I had awakened into that position? Redacted. Alright, but you didn't answer my question. Why are you here?
決まってるじゃない.
Miyamura flashed a huge smile. This was frustrating. I didn't know what I was frustrated about. But the moment I saw his smile, I felt a sinking feeling inside of me.
私はね.
Are you gonna pay me back for my bike that you broke?
ヒロノ君に会いに来たんだよ.
Alright, nice. Oh, Miyako. Long story short, she saw me in the hallway and followed me. You could have called out to me earlier.
それはさ、あれですよ.
You paused for a moment.
心の準備とかあるじゃない? 私も女の子だし.
Oh, okay, I see. I don't get it.
クリスマスを二人っきりで過ごした人との再会だもん. ロマンチックに行きたいじゃん.
Alright. Let's not give anyone the wrong idea. That night, she dragged me around the city after her keys were stolen. We hopped between restaurants and karaoke bars until dawn. Oh, dang, we did. Aw. Why couldn't I ever see the karaoke? Darn it. So far, the only time I actually got to see the karaoke was in Hatsuki Sakura. Even worse, it was all on me.
それにしても同じ学園の生徒で学年まで一緒だったなんてね。
And I still don't get to sing though. I don't come to school much. I don't even know the names or faces of my own classmates. Being in the same year as others didn't mean I had to know everything about them.
一緒。実は私もどこに出しても恥ずかしくないサボり魔だよ。
Oh, I believe you completely. So you're hopeless?
ヒロノくんも同類なんだよね。ちょっと嬉しいかな。仲間仲間。
We're not comrades. You're just... I was about to say annoying when her eyes met mine.
と
Oh.
ころで気になってることがあるんだけど、
What?
屋上って立ち入り禁止だと思ったんだけど、いつも鍵がかかってるって。
Ah, that. My sister is a graduate. She got this key from some oddball friend of hers.
へえ。
Raised her voice in admiration.
その変な友達からお姉さんからヒロノくんに代々伝えられた秘密の場所ってわけだね。
If you want to see it that way, then sure, yeah. It's nowhere near that epic. My sister hadn't prepared anything to commemorate the start of my collegiate life, so she gave me this key in desperation. I was grateful because she had given me a nice place where I could be alone.
でもびっくりしちゃった。
She ambled around like a bear in a cage. What a restless girl.
屋上ってフェンスないんだね。中庭から屋上を見てもわかるはずなのに、今まで気づきもしなかったよ。
I noticed. It's not that big of a deal when you think about it.
フェンスって転落防止のためだもんね。人が出入りしない屋上にそんなもの必要ないか。
That is correct. They would have never expected intruders like us.
邪魔なフェンスがないのはいいね。見晴らしがいいし。それに、ふらーっと地面に吸い込まれそうになるな。
Please don't pull the chrono clock, alright, Miyako? Hey! Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you? What did I just say? She blissfully wandered towards the edge of the roof. Oh my gosh. Woman, please! One slip and she would have disappeared over the edge. Why are you crazy? I quickly grabbed a hold of her hand. Oh,
何？
hello. It's dangerous. Don't do that.
心配性だよね。
Woman,
ヒ
you...
ロノ君って。
Woman, you are on the edge of a rooftop. What do you mean, Roy? And you're a reckless person. I recalled what happened on Christmas Eve. While she never crossed the line, she seemed to be comfortable skirting it. I couldn't explain it very well, but it was something to that effect.
何ですか？その熱い眼差しは。
Nothing. I let go of her hand. She smiled and gently rubbed where I had grabbed her.
ヒロノ君、またもや話は変わるんだけど。
What now?
ごめんね。実は私、見ちゃった。
Shit.
そのノート。
I dropped my guard because of my nap. She easily had enough time to flip through my notebook.
もしかして、ヒロノ君ってばドリーム持っちゃってるの？
What do you mean?
照れない。恥ずかしいことじゃないんだから。
She knew. There was no way I could get out of this. Hey, along with my family, we're the only ones who were supposed to know. I'm a manga artist.
何それ？自称？妄想？
No, I have an official series, thank you very much. A genuine article. You thought I was only an aspiring amateur. I'm a paid professional, believe it or not.
マジ？
That's right. Yeah. She stared at me for a long moment, then she took a deep breath.
どんな漫画描いてるの？
Shoujo manga? Her eyes lit up. Well, I didn't expect her to be shocked.
言われてみると、ヒロノ君って女の子みたいな顔してるね。
Alright, thank you. So what was she trying to say?
うわ、気づいてみたらますますそう思えてきた。マジで女顔だね、ヒロノ君。
You think I'm a trap?
ノーマルな男の子も道踏み外しそう。
Can we please talk about something other than my face? Talk about my job would be better than this.
あんまり漫画読まないから漫画家って言われてもピンとこないんだよね。あれ？何やらご機嫌斜め？
You stared at me. No man on earth would want to have an effeminate reputation.
ああ、子供の頃オカマってあだ名をつけられてたんだね。
Miyako? Nobody called me that. Actually, they did. Well, rip. Me and Mora giggled and spun around for no reason. Later. Oh my gosh.
けど大したもんだね、ヒロノくんは。なんとなくだけどわかるよ。うん。つまりもうお仕事してるんだよね。
That gig was pretty cute, not That gig was pretty cute, not gonna lie. She cast me an upward glance. She was seriously impressed. If you have all this time to suck up to others, maybe you should spend it on something else.
うわ、偉そう。
She'll give me that face. Well, how about giving my manga a try? There are plenty of lines like that in there for laughs. I flashed her a grin and she responded with a smile. The wind howled. Her hair and skirt billowed in the wind. Oh, are we gonna get to see the thighs again, please? No? Alright, it's fine. Anyone who saw us would have smirked at the two idiots staring at each other. Ah, back to the daily grind, I see. Ding. That must have been a text message. I stopped inking and research for... Why did I say research? I stopped inking and reached for my cell phone on the table. I'm not coming because of morning practice. Get up on your own. Thanks, Kay. Huh. P.S. If you skip, I'll kill you. Kay. Well, that was one line too many. I feared for the sanity of anyone who would be unfortunate enough to marry her. Not much I can do about any future husband. Dang, wow. He is really good though, not gonna lie. I looked down at my draft sheets. Most of them still had larger areas to be filled. There wasn't much time until the deadline. Is it that far behind schedule? At the very least, it'd be nice if I had some help. All backwards and shading were my responsibility because I didn't have an assistant. Maybe Miyako would like to be our assistant. It would have been difficult to find one in a city like Ottawa. Even if I did, I'd have to be able to afford him. Here goes. Yeah, it's true though. Yeah, we probably don't have the money to pay any assistance, so it makes sense why we're doing all this. Here goes. I slapped my cheeks to invigorate myself and filled my pen with ink. What was that? Ringtone. Oh. Hero, I think we need to change our ringtone. Right when I was getting fired up. Picked up my cell phone for the second time. Hello? Who is this? A sharp voice shook my eardrums. Is that our boss? Mr. Omura, you're not in the mob. Ditch the accent. It was a crude, obnoxious Kansai accent at the best of times. 5 more pages to ink. The man at the other end of the line was Yoshihiko Omura. Never asked about his age, but he was probably in his mid-30s. He used to be the editor of a testosterone-soaked manga monthly at some matcha publishing company. Then he switched companies and somehow ended up as the editor of a shoujo manga publication. Oh, so he's like just an editor? I thought he was like a boss. Was it really a managerial mix-up that got him here? This foul-mouthed, crude, and violent-looking man couldn't possibly get along with other shoujo manga artists. As always. Yes, please. Even though I didn't look the part, he was surprisingly competent. He likely had an assistant on standby, so I would send him over to Ottawa the moment I gave my approval. But I don't need one. I never failed you, so trust me. Wait, why are we denying him? Like he's like just gonna send him over? Like Is he gonna pay them for us so that we, you know, have an easier time? Because if that's the case, then I think we should accept. If he would still have to pay, then I get why he would say no still. But otherwise, I would say yes to that.
そうか、わかったわ。お前がそう言うんなら任せるわ。ところで、ちゃんと飯は食うとるか?
Pickles and miso.
あのな、封建時代の飲み屋なんやから、もっと栄養のあるもん食えや。
I'm living off white rice. Is it about time we discuss my salary? Oh, he does pay us. I didn't expect a serious reply.
それは前から言うとるやろ。ギャラのアップは俺に買ってからや。
People like me are supposed to enter a death match against their editors? There is no way a feeble manga artist like myself could beat up a former rugby powerhouse.
男には拳で掴み取らなあかんもんがある。
The hell are you on? This guy was hopeless.
まあ、いつでも挑んでこいや。それはさておいて。
Yeah?
矛盾しとるようやけど、無理はすんなや。お前が倒れたって誰も得せへんからな。
That was a much nicer tone. It was what I expected from a veteran such as him. He could buddy you up or hammer you down in an instant. Dumbass! I won't make the deadline if I take it easy. Look where that got you. Dang. Rather than play on making sensitive, I fed off a bombardment of insults.
ああ、そうかい。そうやったら死んでもええから原稿あげろや。倒れるときは前のめりや。いいな。
He hung up before I could respond. His VIP treatment seemed to be the way he handled garbage. I picked up my pen. Whatever you say, I'll still do my job. Somehow, I was actually enjoying the pressure. So hey, yeah, can we? Hey, Hero, can you tell me more about this? Hi, I'm a girl, please. You know, the energetic airhead. This place was one of many boring places in the world. Boring place, one of nothing to redeem itself in my eyes. It was a place full of excuses for those who would rather fool around all day. Is it school? I never wanted to make excuses for my actions. I wanted to move forward. That was what I believed. Yep, school.
えらく眠そうだな、ヒロの。
Are you my bro? I was hunched over my desk during break. Kyosuke Tsitsumi called out to me. Oh, goodness gracious. It's like the second half of Amata Tsitsumi. Better than fake optimism.
羨ましいか。
If you have nothing else to say, get lost. I'm not in any mood to play with you. He let out a bemused laugh in my attempt to drive him away.
お前何やってんだか知らないけど、いつも疲れた顔してるよな。もう長くないんじゃないの？
I have a very busy job. You didn't need to tell me. I knew I was dying. I knew I was dying, dang. As repetitive as it seemed, I would always scarcely meet the submission deadline. Then I would head straight to school without any sleep. Oh my goodness gracious. How are we living? We had to sleep sometimes. I guess he sleeps during lectures and stuff. It was a lovely, seamless schedule without an idle moment. Hey, Kyosuke?
Huh?
If I died, would you cry for me? The fatigue from the all-nighter was making me ramble.
そもそも葬式に行くかさえわからないな。戦略があったらちょっと。
Okay, fuck you too, buddy. But that actually makes sense though. Like how I like how they said like the fatigue is making him ramble. Because yeah, when you get that tired, that does happen. Like your mind just goes all kinds of places. So actually, really accurate. Never mind. I'm an idiot for expecting anything else. Instead of talking to this guy, I should have attempted to sleep.
それに、俺が泣かなくてもなんだっけ、女バズのちっこくて可愛い子、あの子が泣いてくれれば十分だろ。
You mean Kay? She's mean to me. How did he come up with that? Bro, what is this sound effect? I imagine a scene of Kay performing a hex over my dead body. I wouldn't be able to rest in peace.
贅沢だよお前は。
What do you mean?
だいたい想像してみろよ。俺がお前のために泣いてるところを。
What's wrong with that? Yeah, not a pretty sight.
だろ
I wouldn't mind. Kyosuke and I grinned. However, there was a certain fearlessness in his smile that I didn't have. From what I heard, there were more than a few girls who would babble on about his apparent charm. I was about to say charisma. Despite being a shoujo manga artist, I never quite understood the tendencies of women.
なんだよ、人の顔じっと見て。そっちの道にでも目覚めたのか？
No, darn it. I ignored his tasteless joke and asked a question of my own. Do you have one?
は？何が？
Someone who would cry for you. Is that a yes or a no? Though he did deceive me. But I asked him earlier if he had a girlfriend. He said, not today. He seemed to have no shortage of women, but nobody could stand dating him for very long. Can't imagine any girl wanting to come near you.
なんでだよ、別におかしくないじゃん。
Yes, it is. How do you manage to seduce them every time? Oh my gosh. Dang.
脅迫なんてしてない。
Then how do you convince them to throw their lives away? Oh my dang. That's just savage, hero.
俺と付き合うと破滅するのかよ。
Oh? Then what is it?
ちゃんと愛があるんだよ。
That tells me nothing. For you, it's an illusion.
お前は人を何だと思ってるんだよ。
I guess he got tired of making comebacks, so he mumbled feebly. In the end, you always break up, right?
物事には終わりがあるんだよ。
You do realize usually fairy tales have, and then they lived happily ever after at the end, right? Ha, bullseye. Life sucks, doesn't it?
まあ、それはそうなんだよな。
The atmosphere turned cold. Suddenly,
あれ、もう来やがった。
who's he? Teacher? Okay. A homeroom teacher entered the classroom. Good. Now I can finally sleep.
寝るのかよ。今日は進路指導がどうとか言ってたぞ。進路志望アンケートも配るんだとさ。
I gotta sleep sometime. Really now?
ま、今日くらいは真面目に起きとけよ。
Bro, I haven't slept all night. Kyosuke grimaced and returned to his seat. I'm really impressed with like all the neat like different images and backgrounds they have for like each different situation. It's actually really cool. I don't think I've ever played a visual novel that has like these different images. Like, yeah, I don't think I have. I'm trying to think, but there might have been one, but I'm not even sure if there was. Either way, though, this is like super neat to me. Like, it's very detailed too. Like how you can see inside his desk and everything. And of course, the characters in the background, I always love that too. But yeah, I'm just super impressed by all the art as well. I filled in countless surveys last year. Otawara Collegate was a highly regarded institution after all. I never took them seriously, and now I was nearing the end of my second year here. If I wrote a half-assed response, I'd be called in by the teachers. Answering it seriously would also bring the same result. What? Oh, because we would show too much promise. Yeah, we'd get called in. Yeah, okay, I see. If I were a teacher, I'd be furious if one of my students wrote manga artist as a career goal. Oh, you think they were just... Hey, man, if we got ahead of the game, we're ahead of the game. It's not our fault. This means we're successful. Teachers don't like that. That's their problem. I'm just saying. It was lunchtime.
平野先輩、
Yes. They approached me with a docile look on her face. What do you want?
実はお願いがあるんですが。
She brought a hand up to her chest. I'm listening.
お金貸して。
No, thank you. Not an ounce of shame. You know I'm poor.
うん、知ってるけど、その上で言ってるのよ。
No.
さあ先輩、さっさと出すもの出して。
I refuse. Is that how you ask for a favor? Did you think I was stupid? Probably. She knew I was a newcomer, didn't make much. Was she trying to rub salt on my wounds?
お昼代だけでいいから、ちょっとお財布忘れちゃったのよ。
Can't ask anybody else? Can't you borrow from your friends? Should come directly to me instead.
友達に借りを作るのってちょっと嫌なのよ。
Ah, so you just like to extort me, huh? Oh, so it's fine to go after me.
もちろん。
Woman? Kay nodded and held out her hand. You depended on me so much. I guess I should have been flattered. I saw her took out my wallet and gave her a banknote.
ありがとう。ちゃんと返すからね。
Don't forget the interest. Nice.
せちがらい世の中よね。いつからそんな銭ゲバになったのよ。
Since I was poor. Dumbass, I was kidding. Then I remembered. Someone from somewhere still owe me something. You mean Miyako? I hadn't pressed the issue because that person was a girl.
それでこれから食堂に行くんだけど、先輩も一緒に来る？
I just started blushing all of a sudden. His cheeks reddened. On top of that, she was fidgeting. She was starting to act weird lately. I couldn't begin to imagine why. No. His eyebrows lowered.
私一人じゃないわよ。友達も一緒よ。
All the more reason. If I had to go, I'd rather it just be you and me. Her eyes beamed and her already inflamed cheeks burned a shade brighter.
でもヒロの先輩なら女の子たちの中に混ざってても違和感ないわよ。
Not only have you been excessively violent, you talk too much. Well, dang. I would have appreciated it if she hadn't brought up such a touchy issue. His eyes focused in a different direction. I turned and followed her gaze. Oh, I thought she was about to go. I thought she was about to go crazy on us for a minute. Okay, I guess we're just looking at this person. A girl was walking down the corridor. She had a poker face and was walking neither quickly nor slowly. Huh? Minori? Wait, that was Miyako? It was hard to see her from that distance. She glanced in my direction and continued on without saying a word. Oh. What's with her? She had a bag with her and appeared to be heading somewhere, even though school was only halfway over. Oh. Okay, we got our first choice. I see you continue talking or follow me more. Hey, listen, I mean, listen. The thighs. Miyamura! I cut up to the leisurely paced Miyamura and called out to her. How you been? Are you taking off already?
帰るところだけど何か用？
You still owe me. But I will take the lap pillow as a replacement if you want. She seemed a bit different than usual. She does, yeah, like... I was thinking that too, like how she was like walking like that, yeah. Like... Did something happen? As if something tranquilized her. No, nothing important. But it's only lunchtime. You okay? Maybe she was feeling the effects of post-concussive syndrome from the Christmas Eve crash. I don't think that would happen at this point.
全然。いつも通り元気はつらつだよ。
You say so. She didn't look too healthy, but I wasn't about to question her self-diagnosis. Besides, I didn't see a point in pressing the matter.
話はそれだけかな。
Are you sure you're okay? Yeah.
じゃあ帰るけど。
She stared at my side. Oh. Okay, please. There's okay, you would follow me for some reason. Hero's face, dude.
彼女ほったらかして別の女の子に声かけてちゃダメだよ。
She is not my girlfriend, darn it.
彼女じゃありません。
He refuted Miyamura's assumption before I had the chance to open my mouth.
そうなの？ぴったりくっついてきてるからそうかと思った。
ただの幼馴染です。それに別にぴったりくっついてなんか。
Oh, she definitely was. And her face was on fire too.
ただの幼馴染？
そうですよ。なんで私がヒロの先輩の彼女にならなきゃいけないんです？何ですか？その含みのある言い方は。
別に。それじゃ私は昼休みが終わらないうちにバックれるから。
You're acting like yourself again now. Were you only like sad because you thought that she was our girlfriend? Is that why you were sad? Because now you seem like you're back to normal again. She laughed with a light wave of her hand. I need to see her face too, though, but how she was talking. You two sure get along well?
ヒロの先輩、宮村先輩と顔見知りだったの？
Yeah, I met her a little bit ago. Kay glared at me. We met once or twice. It's not like we chat all the time. You know her too?
そりゃ知ってるわよ。
Kay responded as though I had insulted her intelligence.
2年の宮村都先輩でしょ。有名よ、あの人。この学園で知らないのはヒロの先輩くらいでしょうね。
Dang, she's infamous? Why is she infamous? Because that's like the kind of famous you don't want to be. What's she guilty of?
違うわよ。
But that you used infamous, not famous.
あの通りの美人だもの。バスケ部の男の子たちもたまに宮村先輩のこと噂してるわ。
Okay, then you need to work on your word choice, just saying. I see. Miyamoto's looks were out of this world. One day I would have her sit down for a sketch. Shoujo manga featured beautiful girls, a description that fit her perfectly.
それともう一つ。
I knew there was something else. Seemed to be someone who would have a skeleton in a closet. Dang, oh my gosh. I never thought all that.
サボりの常習犯でたまに授業に出てきても先生の言うことなんて完全に無視。指名されても返事しないらしいわ。
Ah, okay. Now the infamous part makes sense. But also, she told us that she skips class anyway already. She did tell me that she was a shameless school skipping scamp. But she's like that to everyone. Something must be seriously wrong with her. Dang. I was one to talk.
お兄ちゃん、私からも質問があるんだけど。
What is it? Oh boy. I didn't like that tone of voice. Yeah, me either. I wondered if I did anything wrong.
宮村先輩とどういう関係なの？
Actually, to be completely honest with you, I don't even know how I would describe it at this point. I already told you. We spoke a few times, but we're not friends or anything.
ああいう人、先輩の好みでしょ。
Plead the fifth. Kay's voice was filled with murderous intent. Don't go spouting random nonsense now.
何年付き合ってると思うの？先輩の好みくらい知ってるわよ。ああいうちょっと不思議系で儚い感じのする美人ってもろにヒロの先輩のタイプじゃないの。
You know nothing. It was true that many of the female characters in my manga fit that description. However, Kay was wrong on 2 counts. First, I didn't draw mysterious girls because I liked them. I simply happened to choose them as subjects. Second, Miyamoto's image was something other than mysterious.
違うの？
Don't be stupid. I like older women.
でたらめ言うな！
Ah, why in the shin? Ah! My ankle almost shattered off after being on the receiving end of Kay's powerful kick. Why? Can't you act a little more feminine?
あんたがいらんこと言うのが悪い。
Kay had a point. That low kick of hers, she should take up karate instead of basketball.
でも、あまり関わらない方がいいわよ。
How come? How so?
だって、ろくに学校にも来ない人なんて。
I do that.
そうじゃない。
I do that too. Right. I was probably the only student in the school who was in danger of failing due to lousy attendance.
もちろんヒロの先輩も傍から見ればうさんくさくてどうしようもない問題児だけど。
So then why should I not go after her? Does it really seem that way? I was a bit surprised.
けどヒロの先輩は遊んでるわけじゃないでしょ。
Maybe she's got the same excuse.
何よ、宮村先輩の肩を持つの？
So what if I am? Why not? She's my type after all. Please don't hit me. Ah! Why? Ah, why in the butt? That's even worse. My side was ready to implode at that instant. No more violence.
あんたは物分かりが悪いからしつけには暴力も必要なのよ。
This is abuse. Don't treat me like I'm a dog. Goodness gracious, Kate, why? Meanwhile, there's an actual dog. Ugh. A dog chained to someone's porch suddenly barked at me. It couldn't bite me for the fence, but I distanced myself from it nonetheless. Such a violent much to be chained behind the building. It was probably there to scare off solicitors, but the owner should have been considerate of the general public.
でも、ヒロノさんはびっくりしすぎですよ。
Hello, who's this? Hey, I'm a delicate guy. Huh? Oh, Yuko. The girl stood behind me as if it were completely natural for her to be there. Ah! Miss Amamiya.
どうもー。
How you doing? Hi. I had to greet her somehow.
よく私の名前を覚えていてくれましたね。
Yes, I did.
ヒロノさんって人の名前なんかあっさり忘れちゃいそうな告白な人に見えましたけど。
Dang and thank you, I think. The fuck? Inhumane?
要するに悪魔ってことです。
Alright, why'd you think that? Okay. He was right. Not the part about the demon, but it wasn't like me to remember the name of a girl I'd only met once before. Look, that's not like most people, to be honest. Maybe she just had a name that stood out. So,
何がです？
what are you doing here?
人さらいです。
That sounds very dangerous, but alright. Seriously?
もう間違い。人探しでした。
Oh, am I trouble? Miss Amamiya ducked her head and stuck out her tongue. You did that on purpose, didn't you? This woman was screwing with me. Again.
今日は割とあったかいですね。天気もいいし、こういう日は冬も悪くないなって思いますね。
I would not like a warm winter. I prefer the cold. Listen, you. If that's how you want to talk, I'm leaving.
お前っていうのはちょっと。優子って呼ぶことを特別に許可しますよ。
Okay, listen, you. Ko. I don't like being on a first name basis with someone I've only met twice.
そんな他人行儀な。
It's not like we're close or anything.
融通が利かないんですね、ヒロノさんは。まったく、最近の若い人にしては頭が固い。
Aren't you younger than me?
あら、そう見えます？
How old are you?
ヒロノさん、ヒロノさん、いいことを教えてあげます。
Okay, also, why you talk like this?
女性に年齢を聞いてはいけませんよ。これ、世の中を生き延びるための鉄則です。
Okay, can't have the human race who stinks. Alright. Carry on. Does it actual life or death matter?
別に生死に関わるようなことじゃないんだから。
Hello?
そう思うんだけどな、私は。手に持った進路志望アンケートに視線を落とす。何度となくこの手の調査票は配られたけど、まともに書いた試しがない。書くことがないとも言う。だってやりたいことなんてないしさ。つぶやいても答えてくれる人はいない。
There was no one around to answer my mumbling.
答えが欲しいわけじゃない。
Not that I wanted anyone to reply.
そして答えを探そうとも思っていないのです。
Wait, is she saying that? I think she's saying this.
だからこんなものはこうしてしまいましょう。ぐしゃぐしゃと手の中でアンケートの紙を乱暴に丸める。はあ、せいせいした。後で先生に何を言われるかはとりあえず考えないことにしよう。
Okay, actually, is. I forgot that this game actually has like the other character's narration's voice too, because sometimes some visual novels won't translate like background noises and stuff like that. So.
さあ、宮村選手。さらに独り言を言いながら5メートルほど先にあるゴミ箱に体を向ける。大きく振りかぶって。だいたい夢を記すにはこんな安っぽい紙切れはふさわしくないよね。うん。自分を納得させ、しっかりと前を見据えて狙いをつける。第一球投げた。
All right. So yeah, we have got to have another fun little interaction of Miyako, and I'm still kind of lost on the timeline because what Kay said like that when she texted us the one time like that invited us to the whole Christmas party that was last year. Then it seemed like we went back to the flashback again, and like we saw, like when we were talking to Miyako, it seemed like because that was like a day, like a few days after the end of winter break, I guess, where we were talking to her. So yeah, timeline's kind of unclear. Which is actually, the more I think about it now, the more I get worried that something might have happened to Miyako. Especially with how she was acting there when we saw her at school in the hallway from Kay. Like, I thought that it might have been because of that she thought Kay was her girlfriend, because she seemed to go back to herself and after a little bit at the end there. But then now seeing the scene of her in the career survey, that might have had something to do with why she was acting that way. Or there's something else too. I can't speak of it anymore, but it might be that the career survey thing though. Yeah, she also could have just started like trying to pretend to act like her old self in front of us. But yeah, there's definitely like some lingering things going on like behind the surface, which is really interesting. Not just with Miyako, but also with Yuko and Kei as well. So very curious about that. And yeah, we learned that Hiro is a shoujo manga artist, which, you know, personally I think is actually pretty freaking awesome. Even though, yeah, like, that would be immensely stressful doing that in school. Like, yeah, no sleep. Like, barely any sleep at all. He has to, like, find times in the middle of the day to be able to sleep. To see, like, and he passes out, too, and then has, like, dreams like that, which will definitely happen when you're running low on sleep. You get all this kind of weird dreams and everything, so... Actually kind of feel bad for him. He's like really overworking himself. Yeah, I'm like, again, this game is super engrossing and very engaging and immersive. And I love all the different like scenery and art it has, like, because like each scene has like new different like art, like I'm just not just art pieces. It's like it's kind of like a play in a way, like, you know, like how plays will have like different scenes and props filling up of each scene that they move on to. Like they have like lots of different various art into the game, which is really cool to me. So I love that. And just in general, I'm also enjoying the characters a lot too. And the story definitely has my interest. I'm just confused about the timeline right now, but I'm definitely super interested in it.